Welcome to another tutorial on Matlab. In this tutorial series, we are looking into the basic Matlab scripting and how to write a proper Matlab program in Matlab environment. In this particular video, we will be having a look into the switch statement. In the previous video, we seen a part of the control statement, which is basically the if statement. We need to basically understand why we need if and why we need switch statement. So stay till end of the video. We will also analyze like where we can use a switch and where we can use a if statement. So before we jump into that conclusion, we need to understand what is a switch statement. So before we understand that, let's have a look into the switch statement and how it looks in a flow diagram, and let's analyze that. So basically a switch statement is a type of statement which is a kind of menu based program or menu driven program. So here you can see we can see a menu, and in which there will be multiple items that are mentioned over here, right? So if we choose any of the item, then we will be able to order that, and we'll have to like give it to the waiter as a order, then he will process it. So in this case, when you give the order, that is the cases. So in switch there are multiple cases. So suppose you want to give the first order, then your case is the case 1. And in that case, once you choose the case 1, the waiter will process the order and the cook starts cooking, and the cooking process is called the execution of the code. So once the code is being executed or once the meal is being cooked, then you can have it. So the same way, if you consider a switch statement, right? So in that case, you will have multiple cases. Like in this case, you will have case 1, case 2, and case 3, and a default case. Suppose your choice is not matching to whatever is there in the menu, then you can go for a default dish that you usually eat. So that could be a good example for the same. So here in the start part, you can give a choice or whatever the variable that or whatever the operation that you want to perform, that will be transferred in the form of a variable. And that could be any one of the cases like case 1, case 2, case 3, and default. So basically you usually consider the case 1, 2, 3, but you do not consider the default case while giving the user the option that you which operation you want to perform. So once you have this choice done, so you can choose any of the cases, then executable line of code will be there inside these cases, and then you can get the output. And once the overall execution done, then maybe you can print the output, and with that you can get the result as a display. So let's implement this in the Matlab environment. First, we need to ask the user to give a choice, so that we will store in a variable ch equal to input. So input we already used in the previous tutorials. So basically input is a kind of scanf and printf type of function. So let's type input, and here we need to give the user a command, maybe enter a choice. And we also need to tell the user, otherwise he will be not able to know which one to enter. So for A, like the first choice, we will be suppose doing addition operation, and then maybe for B we will be doing some subtraction operation, and for C maybe we want to do some multiplication operation. So these are the operations that are available, and maybe we can put a slash n to get to the next line. Okay. So with this, like, you will be able to get the user choice. So here we are collecting the user choice. Then once you taken that, then you need to start the switch statement. So how you will start the switch statement? Then you need to type switch. Then you need to give the choice, maybe whatever you got. Then you need to put an end for every switch statement. You need to give the end. So this is the end of the switch statement. Okay. And in between, we can write the cases. So case inside quotes, maybe we will have A. Then case 2, we will have inside the quotes B. And then case 3, we will have inside the quotes C. Why we are taking it inside the quotes? Because we will be passing it as a string. So, and we will have a otherwise or default case. So in Matlab, you usually write otherwise. Okay. So let's try to take some more inputs because as we will be doing addition operation, right? So we may need two variables, right? So for that, we need to ask the user two variables. So I'll close this. Yeah. So enter the first variable. Then enter the second variable. So I will just copy this. So in programming, it is better practice if you have same lines of code, then better copy and edit it. So this will be the second one. Okay. And here we need to perform the action. So like suppose I'm storing everything in a variable called z. So before this, you need to take this as maybe x and this as y. So basically once the variables got entered, it is stored here in these commands, and then you will just do the addition operation. This part is done, and we will type everything or print everything at the end. So we will use disp for display, and inside that we will use a string. So st maybe we can use, and that string will be like st equal to sprintf. So this is a print command, and here we can mention the result is %d. Okay, and against that we can mention z. So the z is the output, so that's why I'm mentioning here z, and we can give some semicolon. So this is the basic structure. Now we will just copy this code and expand it to the other cases. So we will do this, and instead of addition, we can do subtraction over here, and here we can do multiplication. So the z is the common variable in all the cases as a output. So that's why we have used it. So we can give a semicolon over these lines to optimize the code. So yeah, now it is all clear. And now let's try to use a debugger to scan the choices and run the code. So we'll save this, run it. So it is asking me the choice. So I have used this slash n, so that's why it is coming to the next line. If I have not used this, then it will come here and that will look odd. So because of that, I used the slash n. You can use a slash n, which is basically the next line character, which will be more user friendly while entering values like this. So you can just give two double quotes and you can type A, maybe the first choice. So now your control came here and you can see the variable ch, and also okay, these are from previous. So we only have ch, so I will delete this because these are not yet created. Delete. Yes. So we have only ch and that stores the variable a. Okay. Now we will step. So it will go to case a because we have given case a. So now it will execute and now it will ask enter the first number. So the first number may be 10, which I enter, and then I'm entering the second number, which is maybe 20, enter. And then when I step again, it will calculate the variable z, which you can see on the right hand side. Okay, variable z got calculated, and then it jumped directly here, right? And once we do this, then you will have this string. So with that, we will display the string. The result is 30. So with this, you can create a simple switch statement, as you can see. So now suppose I want to continue and I want to remove the debugger and I want to see like if I give the other cases, what is basically happening. So let's run it. So I want to give B as my input. I need to give it inside quotes because it is a string. Enter. So first variable, maybe I will enter 2, and the second variable, maybe I will enter 5. So the result is -3. So it is performing the second case. Now I will give the third case and let's see like what is basically happening. So I will give C inside quotes, enter, and I will give first number as 3 and second number as 5. Then I'm getting the multiplication of the same. So we didn't write the otherwise case. So let's write the otherwise case, because you can see the otherwise didn't get printed. So in the otherwise, we will just take the x and we will negate it. Just negative of x equal to z. Now save this, run this. I'm giving the string s input. So enter the first variable. I entered 1, then it is giving me -1. So it goes to that statement only. So this is how you can create a simple switch statement. Now you can see the switch statement is case specific, right? So because of that, you need to enter a defined value, then only it will work. So till now, whatever we've seen is a switch statement, which is very simple, but it is also possible to include multiple cases. So this is a advanced part, which you can see in this particular tutorial. And maybe here, suppose I don't want to give only A, but I want to give a choice more, that is D. So if I'm giving D, an additional choice, then I need to include it into a cell. So cell we will study later on, but you can see it is just a curly braces we need to add over here, and here we can add multiple strings. So maybe one more could be F. Okay, so here in the choice option, right, I can use multiple segments, like I can use D also, I can use app also. This I need to tell the user, otherwise he will not be able to know. So now if I run this program with the help of the debugger, or let's run it directly, and let's save it and run it. So it is asking me the choice, so I just entered D inside the string. Okay, press enter. So it is asking me enter the first number. It is not going to the otherwise. Okay, it is just staying in the first case because the first case contains D. So first number I can enter is 35, and second number maybe 25. So it did the addition operation, and it went only for the case 1, or the first case. Suppose let's now give the option F inside quotes. So F I given, enter. So it is asking me the first number 1, first number I entered, 2, second number I entered, the addition is 3. So that is how you can scale your switch statement into multiple choices. So suppose you want your user to choose multiple values, then based on these values it will go to different segments, and these segments will be different cases, and through that you will be performing this switch operation like we did. So if you enter A, then you will get the first case. If you enter B, then you will get the second case. If you enter C, then you will get the third case. Again, if you enter D, then you will get the first case. And again, if you enter F, then again you will get the first case. So here you can do multiple operations with the different choices. So till now what we've seen is normal switch statement, but there could be a possibility that you will get in some scenarios that you encounter nested switch statement. So this is an example for a nested switch statement. So the example is for fruit and color. So basically, what are the different types of colors you can choose, and what are the different types of fruits you can choose. So at the first line, you are asking the user whether you want to choose for the fruit or the color. And in the second choice, you are giving the relevant subcolors, like which are present, or relevant fruits that are present. So in this case, you are giving apple and banana as the option. And here you are giving blue and red as the option. So let's try to execute it and see like how the things are working over here. So let's put a debugger, save this program, and let's run it. So before this, maybe we can clear all the variables and close the clear the command window. Save this, run. Okay. Maybe let's stop it again and run it from the beginning. Okay, so in the string I need to give any of the choice. So suppose I give an A, I want to choose fruit. Okay, then press enter. Now you need to give like now you need to give which input got here. So you can see here A got entered and you received A in ch1. Now step, then the case A got activated because your choice is A. Okay, then you will be asked with another choice over here, that whether you want to choose banana or apple. So B for banana and A for apple. So suppose I choose A, but I need to give it in the string format. Okay, A, small a, and enter. Now we got this variable ch2 updated with the value a, and it will directly jump to the case a, as you can see over here, and at the end it will get the result updated. So what is the result? This is the result, which is showing that you selected apple. 1 minute. So you selected fruit apple. So with this, basically you do switching between the switch statement. So here the main switch statement, which has case A, case B. So whatever you seen in the capital letters, there you are getting the top level switch case, and whatever and whenever you are getting this small letters, then you are inside the sub switch statement. So that is how you are executing, and you can give multiple cases over here and give it a try. So till now we've seen two types of control statement. One is the switch control statement and another is the heap control statement. So we seen switch, and we also seen heap statement. And we got different type of use cases for these. So suppose I'm being given a scenario where I need to perform addition operation or subtraction operation or maybe multiplication operation. So these are discrete values which you can see, and defined states. Like this could be a state. If you consider it to be a state machine, then this could be discrete states. So one more example could be like, suppose you are driving a vehicle and you are at multiple gears. Like suppose you are at gear 1, gear 2, or gear 3. So at these moments, the calculations will be different. So your program will give you the gear number and you will perform that particular operation in which gear you are in. So these are more applicable to discrete states. Like a state machine, or like a gear system, or you also have the missile launching stages. So launching stages. So these could be a good example where you can use switch statements. So if your initial mass was something, and after you completed your stage 1, your mass is something, at that moment you need to maybe change your thrust to keep the same velocity. So same way you can consider it. But suppose there could be a scenario in which you need to regulate something, like a temperature control unit, or something like which is controlling something. Then in that case you can mention like the scenario could be, if suppose your T is the current temperature, so this is the current temperature of your system, and this is being measured with the help of some device. Now you have suppose two switches, maybe switch 1 and switch 2. So if the switch if the temperature is crossing 60 degrees Celsius, then you will turn on switch 1. If it is exceeding the 100 degrees Celsius, then you will turn on switch 2, right? So in between there is a good amount of range that you are able to see over here, that is a range of 40, right? And you can write it with the help of a if statement only. How you will write it? If temperature is greater than 60, then switch 1 equal to 1 and switch 2 equal to 0, which includes the condition as well if the temperature is less than 100. And another case could be else or if else. So one more if could be present over here, and this is for the switch 2. And if the temperature is greater than 100, then you will be turning on both the switches, or you can turn on one of the switch. So switch 1 could be 0 and switch 2 could be 1. So these are representing a range of variables in which this operation will happen. So wherever you have a range type of thing involved, like a continuous variable involved, so in this case it is a temperature. So temperature can change continuously. So in that case you can use if statement. And whenever you are using discrete states like gears, right, multiple gears, so 1 2 3, so these are discrete quantity, not like 1.5 you can apply, right? Gear number 1.5 you cannot apply. You can either use 1 2 3 or 4. So these are discrete states. So in this case you can apply a switch statement. Otherwise you need to go for a if statement. So this is the difference between an if statement and a switch statement, where you should use it with the help of an example. So till now we have seen control statements, and it is not enough to know only the control statements. We also need to know the looping statements that are present inside Matlab environment. With the help of these two great tools, we can write a better program. So in the previous tutorial, we have seen like introduction to function, but there we didn't jump deep into the concept. We just seen how to create a function file and how to write it in a basic way and how to call it. But after we complete our looping segment, then we will be jumping back again to the function segment, and there we will create a realistic function which we can use. We do also have a tutorial series on Simulink, state flow, and code generation, map guidelines. So these are the basic videos that are present in the channel. In case you are liking the channel, please consider subscribing. In case you have any comment or query, please let us know in the comment section. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.